right, we are reconvening our meeting. We were in closed session earlier, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move the Board of Education approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move the Board of Education approve the minutes of the regular meeting on February 8th and the strategic meeting update session on February 22nd, 2021 as submitted.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the minutes of the regular meeting on February 8th and the strategic plan update session on February 22nd, 2021 as submitted. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. And I do believe we have some board salutes out there. We can start with Ms. Parks.
Okay. A board salute goes to Jillian Monnernock, a senior at Dubuque Senior High School, who was recently named one of 2 Iowa students to represent the state in the 59th United States Senate Youth Program. In addition to being part of the 104 student delegation, Jillian will receive a $10,000 college scholarship for undergraduate study. While this year's program will be the first ever virtual one due to COVID-19, from March 14th through the 17th, Jillian will attend online meetings and briefings with senators, the president, a justice of the Supreme Court, leaders of cabinet agencies, and senior members of the national media, among others. Congratulations to Jillian on this outstanding honor. She will represent Dubuque Senior, the Dubuque Community School District, and the state of Iowa well.
That's awesome.
Great.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Mr. Sansey.
Yes, I actually have 2. The first one, a board salute goes out to a stud, Gannon Grimmel, a 2016 graduate of Hempstead High School who is now a senior at Iowa State University. Gannon is a former Iowa high school wrestling state champ, and yesterday he won a Big 12 heavyweight wrestling championship for Iowa State University, and now he's on his way to the NCAA tournament in St. Louis in 2 weeks, so go out there and kick some butt. The second one, I just want to thank all of our PTO parents out there who are doing a lot of cool things behind the scenes to keep our students moving forward. I actually had the chance to participate in a conversation, I believe a few days ago, with some amazing parents from Jefferson Middle School, and just to see all the cool things that they're thinking about and trying to do to move kids forward, it's amazing. So I know there's a lot of PTOs out there, so I just want to thank all of them for all the work that they do.
Thank you. Mr. Donahue.
Congratulations to 3 Hempstead High School students who have been named among more than 4,500 candidates in the 2021 U.S. Presidential Scholars Program. The candidates were selected from nearly 3.6 million students expected to graduate from U.S. high schools in the year 2021. Graduating Hempstead seniors Samuel Durden, Luke Coates, and Brendan Stahl were recognized with that honor. And inclusion in this U.S. Presidential Scholars Program is one of the highest honors bestowed upon graduating high school seniors. Scholars are selected on the basis of superior academic and artistic achievements, leadership qualities, strong character, and involvement in community and school activities. So congratulations to those students.
Thank you. Any other board salutes? All right. We'll move on to our public hearing. We'll go through the overview of the project for the senior high school addition and renovation phase 2 project. Mr. Burkhart. Oh, we'll start with Mr. Johnson, with Straka Johnson.
Thank you, Tammy. Just give you a little bit of a brief overview. We started our process last March. We spent about 10 months in planning and happened to be in the middle of COVID, so that was an interesting challenge. During the course of that, we had 7 core planning group meetings, we had 11 executive committee meetings, and we met with and identified 15 stakeholder groups to get us the proper criteria for our design work. We took it, we distributed plans for bidding on January 10th or January 20th of this year. And we received 3 bids. They were clean bids, and we're very pleased with the outcome. Overall, the work is encompassing about 247,000 square feet of senior. That includes about 19,000 square feet of new additions in 4 different additions around the building. And then a renovation of about 228,000 square feet. We initially established the budget in September of last year at $33,858,000. We come to you this evening still maintaining that same budget with the 3 bids that I'd mentioned. We're recommending Tricon Construction for the main construction. The duration of the project will take about 36 months, and it'll be culminated in August of 2024. So if any of you have renovated your house and lived in it for 3 years and came out sane on the other end, you deserve a medal. So from that standpoint, I think Dr. Johnson, all the staff and the students at Senior, we look forward to working with them over the next 3 years, knowing that there'll be some disruptions. But that's one of the reasons why it's taking as long as it is, because we're trying to have minimal impact on the number of instructional classrooms we take offline. But the end result, I think, will be tremendous, and we're excited about that. So again, we're recommending Tricon Construction, who is the lowest responsible bidder at $27,090,000, and Lifeline Audio as one of 3 bidders, the lowest responsible bidder for the technology side for the theater. So there'll be additional things in the course as we go forward in the next 3 years for FF&E and other fit out of the building, but these are the main components. So we're really excited and pleased about the overall outcome, and excited to be part of the next phase going forward.
Great. Thank you.
I move that the Board of Education receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing on the senior high school senior high school additions and renovations plan. God, I can't read tonight. Renovations Phase 2 project and authorize payment for the legal notice publication costs to the Telegraph Herald.
Second. It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing on the senior high school additions and renovations Phase 2 project and authorize payment of the legal notice publication costs to the Telegraph Herald. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. We will now move into public comments. If there's anybody joining us online that has any public comments related to this project.
No. Being none.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, Lisa.
I move the Board of Education approve the authorizing resolution as submitted, adopting the plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimated total cost of senior high school additions and renovations Phase 2 project.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the authorizing resolution as submitted, adopting the plan, specification, form of contract, and estimated total cost of the senior high school additions and renovations Phase 2 project. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. And now we will have a reporting of the bids.
Mark, you got that?
Yes. For the construction cost, our main construction project, we received 3 bids, one from Conlon Construction of $28,179,000, one from Portson Construction for $27,295,000, and the low bid we received from Tricon General Construction of $27,090,000. There were a series of alternates on the project, and we are recommending going forward with 4 of the alternates. They include replacing the boiler area, doing some additional roof work, using concrete instead of asphalt for the paving in the parking lot, and then and some electrical equipment change-ups relative to an alternate. So collectively, those bids total, let's see, I'm trying the right number here. The total of those, the alternates total 402,000. So the total contract we're recommending with the 4 alternates with Tricon Construction is for $27,492,000. Relating to the audiovisual work, we received 3 bids. The low bid was from Lifeline for $253,000. We received another bid from Professional Audio Design for $273,243. And the third bid we served from Pediga Systems for $295,138. So we're recommending that we proceed with the low responsible bid from Lifeline for the $253,000.
Okay, thank you.
I move that the Board of Education approve and award the construction bid for the senior high school additions and renovations Phase 2 project as recommended and further outlined in the authorizing resolution to Tricon General Construction, Inc. in the amount of $27,492,000 and the Auditorium AV subproject bid to Lifeline Audio Video Technologies, Inc. in the amount of $253,000.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve and award the construction bid for the senior high school additions and renovations Phase 2 project as recommended and further outlined in the authorizing resolution to Tricon General Construction, Inc. in the amount of $27,492,000 and the Auditorium AV sub-project bid to Lifeline Audio Video Technologies Incorporated in the amount of $253,000. Is there any discussion?
I'd just like to say that I'm so happy to see that we're being able to do in Phase 2 some of the things that we thought we'd have to put off in Phase 3. And we're going to bring senior high up to a state-of-the-art high school. And looking forward to the project. Our architects, based upon Phase 1, did a tremendous job. We look for that also to occur in Phase 2. So thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Reingans, would you mind just explaining so the public understands why is this money available for this
Sure.
massive project?
So all of this project will be paid for out of the sales tax or the save tax. And so as many of the people in this room know, that was passed locally in 2003. And about 2003, a lot of hard work from the chamber, the PTOs, PTAs that added 1 cent, a penny to the sales tax, which comes to the schools. That became a statewide tax about 10 years later. And so all of those dollars for this project come from sales tax funds, which are identified only for the purpose of construction or for renovation or for physical structures. So it's not money that could be used for any other general fund expense, for salaries, any of those types of things. It was passed and is legally bound to be used but for construction projects only. So it's what Roosevelt was built with, what Prescott Elementary was built with, lots of different Carver Elementary School, lots of additions, and so it's
Aquatic
just
Center.
the Aquatic Center, Hempstead renovations, Phase 1, now Phase 2 of senior renovations. It has been an absolute blessing for us to have those dollars for the past 2 decades, and school district looks significantly different because of the vote that took place back in 2003 that just gave us access to those funds.
And this does not affect property taxes at all.
It does not affect property tax in any way.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. And now we have an overview of our sale of our district school bus.
Well, I'm sorry, I'll address that.
You recall at the facility meeting, we talked about selling a school bus. And the school bus sold on Gov Deals. You talk about blessings. Gov Deals has been a wonderful tool for us to sell equipment that we're not going to use or end-of-life stuff. And that bus is got a bid of $5,737.50. And I believe the district will net about $5,100. It's going to California, where it's going to be used for an outfitter with a kayak business. And I understand he's going to drive it out that way. So we're recommending that sale go forward.
Sounds fun.
I move the Board of Education receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearings on the sale of a district school bus and authorize payment of the legal notice publications costs to the Telegraph Herald.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education receive and file proof of publication of notice of public hearing on the sale of a district school bus and authorize payment of the legal public notice of publication costs to the Telegraph Herald. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Any public comments about this project, about the sale of this bus? Can speak about it now.
Again, if there's anyone on the Zoom who wishes to speak on this particular topic, please use the raise hand feature in Zoom. Seeing none.
Thank you.
All right, then I'll move the Board of Education approve the sale of the 2012 International School Bus to Christopher Brown for $5,737.50.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the sale of the 2012 International School Bus to Christopher Brown for $5,737.50. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
I move that the Board of Education suspend the rules of order and go into open forum.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education suspend the rules of order and go into open forum. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Any persons wishing to address the board can do so at this time.
If you're watching the meeting via Zoom and wish to address the board, please use the raise hand feature. Seeing none.
I move that the Board of Education reinstate the rules of order and return to regular session.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education reinstate the rules of order and return to regular session. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Takes us to our consent agenda.
I move that the Board of Education approve those items listed in the consent agenda.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve those items listed in the consent agenda. Are there any members wishing to have any items pulled? There being none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. All right, that takes us now to our facilities and support services. Ms. Parks.
So we met last week, heard exciting updates about the senior renovation plans and the bids, as well as an update from Synergistic, and only a few items today to vote on. So the first one, I move that the Board of Education approve the donation from Caden Warenberg, Eagle Scout, for outdoor classroom improvements at Sageville Elementary School.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the donation from Caden Warenberg, Eagle Scout, for outdoor classroom improvements at Sageville Elementary School. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
Next, I move that the Board of Education approve the student fee schedule for the 2021-2022 school year.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the student fee schedule for the 2021-2022 school year. Is there any discussion?
I would just comment that I appreciate that the district is recommending to us to pretty much hold fees without much increase. I think that fits this time well.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries.
Okay, and the last item, I move that the school board, or Board of Education approve the facility rental fee schedule for the 2021-2022 school year.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education approve the facility rental fee schedule for the 2021-2022 school year. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you.
Quick like our meeting.
Yeah. All right, educational programs and policy. Mr. Sansey.
Yes, there's a few things that we discussed at our meeting last week. The first thing, we talked about advanced placement test accommodations for those students who truly need it the most, to make sure that when they are taking the test and they do need additional support, that we're offering that. We talked about a contract service that we are working on with an organization called Top Rank that will help us to recruit a diversity director for our district, and so making sure that we're doing a national search. We have some amazing talent from within, but we also want to make sure we're doing our due diligence to reach out nationally. And we also talked about what we are doing to support our elementary students right now during the COVID pandemic. And next week we'll be talking about what we're doing for our middle school and high school. But one thing that I really want to highlight and point out to our parents is our Summer Reading Academy that's going to happen from July 6th through July 30th, I believe. And this is for all students who are currently in first grade and are moving on. So we are going to target that population because those are the students that have been most impacted during COVID. And so this is for all first graders. And so for parents who are listening right now, I believe we will have a variety of strategies reaching out to you to make sure that you know that this is available for your students. Again, this is just an opportunity to support and I hate to use the word catch up, but just to help those students who are impacted. Again, all first graders. Eventually we will be looking at opportunities for second through fifth grade. But there's a lot of other programs out there that are also providing summer enrichment program that parents have options for as well. So please, please, please sign up when that information does go out because we want to make sure that those students who need it have the support that they need. So that's July 6th through the 30th again.
Great. Thank you very much. All right, that takes us now to new business.
I move that the Board of Education take no further disciplinary action related to student number 814320 at this time.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the Board of Education take no further disciplinary action related to student number 814320 at this time. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Are there any other board member or administrative issues that are not on the agenda?
Just a reminder that we have a work session on the 22nd at 4:30 to continue our conversation about what our next steps, now that we've got a contract and are moving forward with senior high, what are the other things that we need to start to look at in the district around facilities and some efficiencies and just a pretty broad-ranging conversation, so.
Great. Thank you. Any other board members? Great. We are adjourned.